Hi all, welcome to my video on Voxel Tycoon, a little game that I really enjoy playing. It's still in pre-alpha, soon to be in early access on Steam. So I thought I'll share my latest playthrough. It's now my third playthrough. The first two times I learned a lot, and this last time I played around a little bit more with mods and so forth. So yes, I'll explain also my approach to the game and some of the things that I've learned so far. So I hope you enjoy it, and let's get to it. First I'll do an overview of my game. This is my really busy little hub where everything happened. Yeah, my Mac's not the strongest, so sorry for the slightly poorer quality, but at least you can still see what's going on. This is my main city where my what will you call it, headquarters are. And yeah, just out of interest sake, there on the left hand side I had to build a bridge over, else the city wouldn't have expanded, but now finally it is doing. So this is my standard design for a station. I always have a pre-signal before it, and then trains can just choose which of the lanes they want to go into. Yeah, next section here is my coal mine. I decided in this playthrough to use roads. So coal is taken all over the place by roads. And this is my very busy little iron mine and processing area. And yeah, gets guarded all over the place. I'll explain this busy hub a little bit later more. And yeah, this design I did here to compensate for the slow gold train. A lot of my track is designed around that. It's my forestry area with my sawmills, and yeah, that's also producing lots of goods and planks and all that. It's taken all over the place. And later on I expanded my play area to this city here, just this yeah, and oops, yeah, the train stopping. I forgot to put a pre-signal, so if I put a pre-signal in front of the station, the train would have gone into it. But yes, something to remember. Also use my road network everywhere to take, in this case, sand to that city, and then also glass plates to the city, and then yeah, train also takes sand to where it is required. Okay, and then we're going to my very productive area where I make lots of money. Here are two gold mines. It's the first one, and all the gold is being taken by conveyor to the other one that I kind of added up. Not conventional, but it works. And here the gold is being processed and mined, etc. To what I want. And then yes, this is my very busy little hub. Start of my very busy little train section leading to my busy hub. And yeah, as I mentioned earlier, I had to compensate for the gold trains being so slow. They're at least half the speed of all my other trains. My general design philosophy is to use all the trains of the same length and same speed, so that they can be spaced evenly. And then I use a double track system. It works well for me. Here the trains can choose which of the two lanes they want to take, and I tried hard, I'll show it a little bit later, to make a overtake zone so that the trains don't get held up too much by the gold train without having the gold trains, that yellow train there, on its own dedicated lane. Here's the opposite side, designed very similarly, and yeah, you can see trains choose, hopefully go the opposite direction of the gold train, and they can shoot past where possible. But yes, it's not an ideal system, but it still works. So yeah, just to show here with the gold train, so that the other trains can get past it, I use a pre-signal system going into the station from both sides, so trains can use the middle lane from both sides. But yeah, you can see there the train easily gets past the gold train without being held up. so that works well for that. And yeah, it flows nicely, even with those trains being twice the speed. Here's my really very busy little hub. I try to always put, one of my philosophies to always to put a signal after a split on both sides, and then between two splits and where it joins up with another track, I always make sure that there's a full train space with signals, so that you never block a lane either going in or out. And then yeah, this interesting design for the going into the station, it works well. Yeah, and it's not ideal, but I find trains never get held up. You can also see all the extra loops I have in. It's mostly to make sure that the trains don't block an area, so they can move off a track when they split off it. And there you can see that really it's not a lot of hold up, and if it is, it's only one train for a short while. Yeah, and you only need 1 feed out of a train station, obviously, because the trains are nicely spaced, and then with the signaling it works well. And now, yes, here's my overtake zone. The idea is for the other trains to get past the gold train. There's 2 opportunities for them to do so. It works well, but sometimes there are just too many trains. But there you could see it worked well. The gold train got held up a little bit, but it goes so slow that it doesn't matter. Yeah, the other trains get past, but depending on the timing, can get held up a little bit, but most times they just make it past easily. Yeah, another example, train gets past, that one gets held up a little bit, but between all of them, trains always end up going faster than the gold train. Very occasionally you get one that gets held up. In future I think we can use dedicated lines, or we can make it more elaborate, but overall I'm happy, it works well. And just occasionally, like I said, the trains get held up like there, but in the end that was just because there were 2 trains trying to speed past quickly. Another example, I like it, spend a lot of time on it, just because it was fun for me to tinker around with and try and get the trains to go fast. We'll see in future as the game develops how else things can be done, but yes, great fun, and I suggest you give it a go if you haven't yet. So yeah, as we take a look at the overhead of my final game area, also available to download if you want to take a closer look. I hope you guys enjoyed my video, and yeah, thanks for watching.